Alright guys, what is up? Kinsman Redeemer here. I am wanting to show you guys a game that I just played, a ranked game, and my favorite by far, my one-trick pony, is Attack Speed Twisted Fate, specifically in the jungle. I have played him at the roles. In fact, I kind of pride myself in being elo to play him pretty much every role. Doesn't mean it always goes well, but I can. But this is a ranked game that I just recently played in my climb to get higher elo. And so just kind of wanted to show you guys the game and walk through it and show you my play style with Attack Speed Twisted Fate. So I'm actually playing with a buddy of mine. He's the Maokai up in top lane. And yeah, so I'm excited to see how this goes. Oh, that's right, they do the early invade here. We almost get a kill, but not quite. Yeah, so I have over 400,000 mastery points in Twisted Fate, and I've never once played him AP mid. So the entirety of my mastery points on him have pretty much all been in the jungle, going at full attack speed. I get slammed all of the time for trying to do this, but I remember I found it last season, and I absolutely fell in love with it, so I play it all the time. So, yeah, that's where we almost got killed there. Man, if Jinx had hit that too. Slash if I had gotten a little closer with that gold card. We're still able to get good damage on Annie. Got the flash out of Leona. So, it was okay. It worked out. But yeah, so especially since I play off-meta stuff like this all the time in the jungle, I've just grown to become so incredibly cautious because I get invaded constantly. But that one actually almost turned out well for us. Oh, that's right. And then this camp, worst leash in A. Yeah, they walk away and it resets on me. So I struggle having to actually get it to go. But yeah, so this is what I play all the time. I really enjoy it. It has a bit of a rough early game, so it's a slower start. But once you get going, it's later mid to late game is just insane, as long as you play the early game well. So you know, sometimes I destroy, sometimes I don't do great. It's just kind of half and half. But I still love it. Can't stop playing it. And another thing too that I really enjoy about Twisted Fate 2, because of his passive and the way that his actually let me turn on this guy. Scoreboard. Yeah, let's do that. Great. So because the way that his passive actually works, he gets extra gold every single time that he kills minions or monsters too, which is really nice. So as you're seeing there, there's an additional like +6 just popped up on the screen. So because of the way that the jungle camps work, +10, +6 right there, +10, +4. So the way the jungle camps work, because there's so many little guys like that, I end up getting a bunch of additional gold as I go through and clear camps, which is also super helpful because even though in the jungle role it's a little bit more cost efficient with items and stuff like that, it's still helpful to be able to kind of help get past the sometimes awkward early game that he can have. So yeah, the typical route that I usually go with him, which I think I end up going on this one. The typical route that I go will be wow, I'm totally blanking on it. The Blood Razor jungle item, which just synergizes really well with his on hit. So he has, I usually go an on hit build with him, attack speed on hit, because it works well with his E as you stack the E, which is usually what I will max first with him. So as you max that, and then you put on hit with it, Rage Blade, that kind of stuff, it just synergizes well with his kit. So most of you guys probably know this, but this actually showed up in, I believe it was the NA LCS year and a half ago, something like that. I think it was Kikis, I want to say, that pulled it out. So he went jungle. They ended up winning. It's not like he did it's not like he carried or anything, but it still showed up in pro play. And I think it was right before that I just started playing it. So I remember when I saw it, I was just like over the moon. But yeah, so it's really quite strong. Yeah, so here we go in. That's honestly, that's the beauty of the attack speed or the Jungle Twisted Fate. You walk in with a gold card, either primed or almost primed and ready to go, and it's one. I mean, it's one of the best lockdowns in the game. Once you get it fully maxed, it's a 2-second lockdown, and you get it every like 5 seconds. So as long as you can shuffle through and get your cards well, like that's just insane game potential, which is something I really love. And what you'll see here is I pretty much always go rapid fire cannon, and so what rapid fire cannon does, and I actually talk to whenever I meet another fellow Twisted Fate or Attack Speed Twisted Fate fan. So whenever I meet other people, as I'm playing my games and I run across them, I always tell them, I'm like, hey, have you tried out rapid fire cannon? And most of them actually haven't. I would say about 70% of them have actually never tried that in their build. Because it's not really like, I remember someone had to tell me, because I was doing this for a while without doing that, but what rapid fire cannon does is it extends the range of your gold card. So technically what it does is it extends the range of an auto attack, and so it's usually used for like an 80 carry. Oh yeah, I go up here with my buddy. We almost get this kill here. If I had been able to get that gold card and him under a tower, we would have gotten that for sure. But at least he doesn't die. So good job, Justice. But yeah, so rapid fire cannon, what it does is it extends technically the range of an auto attack, but because your gold card is an empowered auto attack, it extends the range of your gold card by like a ridiculous amount. So an extended gold card range plus, if I need to, a flash on top of that means I can lock down anyone at like ridiculous amounts of distance. And so once again, it just sets up for really good ganking potential, which I really enjoy with him. So yeah, so we're just going even right here, 2 and 2. Bot lane's doing okay, as you can see. It's kind of even, not much more happening besides that. Even though actually bot lane gets pretty fed as the game goes on, which is really nice. Man, I had a flash here too. I was really tempted to flash, but I've just learned through many mistakes of getting a little over ambitious and flashing when I'm like, I think I have enough room there to flash and get a gold card on them, but I'm not sure. And right there, I think I was just right on the edge of not being able to actually flash gold card her. She would have been dead if I had. Yeah, so as you can see here, the nice thing about TF is he has his red card and he has his gold card, which helps with kiting. As you can see here, I'm just kiting, not taking, well, taking decent damage, probably because I was being a little lazy here. But yeah, so you just use your red. You can slow camps that way that they can't get to you as fast, and so you can kite them. You can use your gold to completely lock them down and then kite them. And then usually what I do with the Krugs here is, as you see, I keep using reds because reds will just completely take out the little guys. So I usually try and get down to the little guys and just use a red and take out a bunch of them at the same time. It's pretty nice actually, pretty efficient, and it works well with the little chickens too. I think I do that a couple times in this video. But yeah, so here I'm just kiting away. The only thing is you have to be careful of that little bar. Man, that kills me. I've done that so many times where I've accidentally, the little jungle camp bar will go down if you kite them too far out. Do I use a red here? Yeah, I do. So I just throw it at the chickens, especially with the red buff stacked on top of that red. It can be super helpful. But yeah, so you just have to, when you're kiting like that, you just have to be careful of that bar, or else it's gonna reset on you, and it has reset on me so many times. Oh, that's right, yeah. So their bot lane's going all in right here. There we go. So the flash there, yep. And then she failed that flash. She probably would have gotten away, honestly. We still would have gotten Leona. The failed flash there, Callista. Worked out well for us. So here I am there at 1-0-2, doing pretty good. Yes, like I said, our bot lane 2-1-2, 1-1-3 on Braum and on Jinx, so they're doing really well. And just go here trying to cover. I know it's really funny. I've heard a lot of different people. I actually really like watching MS. He's a coach. He's a League of Legends coach, a pro coach actually. And he rages like nobody else, but he's really, really intelligent. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone analyze the game the way that I've watched him. And I've watched, several different streamers. But I like watching different people, whether it's, different challengers like Night Blue. I know a lot of people rag on him. I actually like him. I think he's good. But like Night Blue, I like watching LS, watching his as he analyzes people's, and then even when he plays himself, sometimes I'll watch him. But I know so right back there when I was covering Lux's lane, I know a lot of people, or LS specifically, will say like, don't ever tax a lane. Oh, I'll get back to that. Yeah, so here's my buddy. He's locking down Rumble. Oh, I accidentally clicked on the jungle camp there. So as you can see, just the kiting is really, really strong on him. I try and give him the kill there, and then he basically almost doesn't get the kill. You can't really see it, but he goes under tower, starts taking shots, and he like barely, you see his health. He started at full, got down to that under tower. And so for a second I was like, justice? Because I intentionally told him, I was like, you take kill. Because, his rumble was really low, but he almost died there. Glad he didn't. But yeah, like I said, when it comes to actually trying to like cover a lane or taxing when I'm a jungler, I try not to if I come in for a gank, and then I try and like leave the lane because I don't want to mess with the laners, positioning, but also don't want to take their gold. But if they're not in lane, I'll usually try and go and like, I don't necessarily see the harm in that, as long as I'm not like pushing it in a really weird way where suddenly, they're like right, like in an awkward position where it's right before the enemy's tower, so that suddenly they're like vulnerable to ganks. So I try not to do that. But if it kind of leaves the wave kind of where it was, or even pulls it a little bit closer, like maybe bounces off and it comes back, I'll usually try and do that when the laner's not there, just to get some extra gold and stuff. But I usually try and be, I don't know, I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle of like not taxing or completely taxing. I'm somewhere in the middle when it comes to that. But yeah, so here it is. Like I said, my buddy's playing top, so I'm just kind of up with him. And we had just killed Rumble. So I literally just stuck around. I was like, hey, let's just kill him again. And so this was so bad. I got super greedy because I was like, we can do this. And then Yi just happened to be right there. And so both of us go down here. Really frustrating. And really funny, the new ult, Yi gets grabbed twice there, which is really funny. The new Maokai kit is really interesting. I don't know what to feel about it. I don't know if I like it or if I don't like it. But yeah, it's just interesting. But anyways, so we both get killed there, which is that's my weakness sometimes, that I'll go a little bit too ham. Because I just like getting kills, It's like mainly why I play League. But yeah, so I think in this part of the game I just kind of favor top side here. Oh, that's right, because Yi had just backed off. And I knew that because he stuck around to try and get damage on the tower, and I knew he was kind of low. And honestly, this is where I was just like, I'm stronger than Yi. So I figure I can probably grab him somewhere or find him in. Yep, and so I find him there. He's low. I wait. I gold card him, and then I just out damage him. Honestly, I love doing that because I always get so counter jungled so hard. And so whenever I have the opportunity where I actually feel like I'm confident enough that I'm stronger than the other jungler at that point in the game, and I can counter jungle, it always feels so good. So stuff like that, I was just like, yes. And here we go. I'm pretty strong at this point. / she flashes into Jinx's ultimate, or Alexa's ultimate. Oh yeah, just side note there, Tibbers is worth 50 gold, so if you can, don't just run away, try and kill Tibbers, because you actually get gold from Tibbers. So I tried to kill Tibbers there to get gold. This is another thing that I'll try and do. Once again, I'm like lower elo, so I don't like know really what I'm doing. But I always try and stick around. When we get a lane advantage, I try and stick around to push for an objective. So basically a tower. So we get a kill there. I won't just necessarily walk off unless there's something like crazy happening on the map somewhere. I'll try and stick around and actually push and to take the tower. I found that to be super helpful, and just for me, it's a way that as a jungler and as a player, I try and remember to focus on objectives and not just running around and going ham, which I can do sometimes. Right there, I was actually super terrified. I was like, because I actually didn't know. I mean, you can see there obviously on the replay, but I didn't know if Annie had her flash up or not, and so I was like, oh crap, because she had her stun up. So I was like, uh-oh, she flashed Tibbers or something. I probably would have been toast. But I wasn't, so praise him. Yeah, so at this point in the game, you can see the gold 25.9 to 24.5. Obviously, you can't see that in game, but I knew that we were doing well. We were ahead on this. Oh, that's right. So Yi had just shown bot lane. And Rumble had just teleported down there. So I just said to my buddy, I was like, hey, let's take tower. If they're putting resources down bot, let's just make sure that we actually like even it out and take something up top. So here we go. Rumble's actually gonna come up in a second, but tower's pretty much almost gone. My buddy actually does the thing that we should have done here, which is just finish with the tower first, but I backed off. I was like, oh, Rumble's coming to us, let's just kill him. So my buddy's there taking shots and gets the tower, thank goodness. And we're able to get Rumble. As close call though, honestly. I should have stuck with the tower first and then gone for Rumble. Honestly, Rumble shouldn't have walked into that when the tower's that low, but most of this game is capitalizing on other people's mistakes and not trying to make your own mistakes. So that was a Rumble mistake there, which we were able to get a lot off of, which is really nice. Yeah, so right now Jinx is probably the most fed on our team, even though I'm doing pretty well. Most everyone on our team is doing pretty well at this point, honestly. Braum is a little bit behind. He's giving them a couple kills. And then Kalista is chasing Jinx right now. So I figured, I was like, why not? Let's do it. This is one of those things. I flashed gold card when I was low. We get the kill, it works out. But that's honestly, that's a lot of times my downfall, is I'll just be like, we can do this, and I'll dive in. And then that one was okay, because we traded, both me and Jinx got gold on that, whereas Kalista was the only one getting gold. So I'm okay with that trade. But sometimes my zealousness can get me in trouble. But thankfully that time worked out. It was okay. Yeah, so still pretty even at this point. 17 minutes into the game. On their team, their Kalista's doing well. Their Yi's pretty strong. My buddy was just destroying their top lane, which is good. So he's doing well against him. I always try and actually prioritize my red. Red's like, because for me it's just that on hit. It gives me it helps me in the jungle where I can restore health, but it also gives me that bleed. So every time I auto attack, it gives that bleed, which is super helpful. So when I have, as I start building, I have my red smite, which gives bleed. When I get a red buff, that's another bleed, and then my on hit effects, it's really strong. So here I'm trying to watch out for the Kalista. She had sent her little ghoul, her little ghost. So I was trying not to be seen by that, but still trying to get around. Honestly, it might have cost Jinx her life, but this ends up working out well for us anyways. So I'm walking over here. She steps a little too close to my gold card. And then this is so weird. I go to attack her, and then I end up not even getting any gold on that. I didn't get an assist. I didn't get anything on that. I thought for sure, though, that I had gotten a hit on that, which is really funny. I'll do that because I'll try and sneak in an auto attack just to get an assist on something, but sometimes I accidentally will kill still people because I'm like, oh crap, I'm not trying to take your kill, I'm just trying to sneak in just an attack really fast to be able to get some gold off the kill. It is what it is. Yes, right here I start to get a little lazy. As I start getting stronger, because as you can see my health bar, it's perfectly fine, I start getting a little lazy with jungle camps. I don't really kite them as much, because in some ways I don't really feel like I need to. This one I will do a little bit more. The smaller ones I don't know. It's not much kiting. Because right there, I'm just filling back up my health bar somewhat. Oh, and yeah, and then Annie's kind of low, and so I see her. I was like, you know what? I can probably kill her. Man, this is why I love Twisted Fate so much. His ult, man, yeah, I'm just really strong at that point. Honestly, though, I almost die here. That gold card, though, saved my life. That's why I love Twisted Fate, though, so much. Like, to me, it's one of the most rewarding things to be able to just grab a gold card, ult in behind someone, stun them, and just till they're dead. It's so much fun. So here we go. I was able to get in a gold card. Oh, and she tries to come and kill me. But I don't think so. I don't think so, Leona. It honestly kind of scared me. I was like, oh crap, I thought I was going to die for a second. So here I stick around. I'm trying to just be efficient with my timings of when I'm back, and when I'm standing right next to a camp that I can kill really quick before I go back, then I don't. But then, you know, like I'm okay on health, kind of low, but there's, you know, there's plants, there's other stuff. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'll stick around. My team goes for the objective. I didn't really feel like by the time I got over there, they'd probably start backing up anyways. So I was like, I'll just clear out this wave down bot instead, which was 2 minions. And then I clear this. Yeah, so their E starts to get decently strong. Which is kind of crazy right now. I remember just like not really seeing Yi as much of a threat in the meta the last like year or so. But more recently, the games that I've seen, like Yi's just kind of keep popping off. The games that I play when I play with the Yi, either on my team or on the other team, they all seem to be doing really well. I'm guessing it's because of the buffs that they gave to Bork, which oftentimes Y's get, and then a Fervor, I'm assuming, which honestly are some of the same buffs that I enjoy as an attack speed Twisted Fate. But anyways, Y's seem to always do really well. So she goes in on me. I'm not sure why, honestly. I think I might die here. Yeah. So maybe that was the why she went out of me. But I ended up getting assist there with the Lux. So it worked out. Worked out for me. But so here I'm 5-3, 5-3-7. So like I'm doing pretty well, you know. So I'm what 5-7. So that's 12 out of 23. So that's more than 50% kill participation. So I'm doing pretty well at this point. I'm not like crazy strong. I would say probably Jinx is probably the stronger. Jinx and Lux are stronger on our team at this point. But I'm still doing very well, which is always fun. It's always fun to obviously. It's always fun when you're fed. So I'm doing pretty well here. But yeah, so as you can see my build right here, I used to go Berserker, so I used to go, sorry, for boots. So I used to go attack speed boots, but then I started running my numbers. This is how much I play attack speed Twisted Fate. I started running my numbers of once I started getting close to full build, and I realized that I was actually wasting some attack speed, because as you go with the Rage Blade and you start stacking up and getting more attack speed, I realized that with like 1 or 2 hits, I started hitting max capacity already, you know, max 2.5 attack speed. And so I was like, then some of my other items that had attack speed, it was not gold efficient. So I started to get, even just for chase downs and stuff like that, for kiting, I started getting Swifty boots, which have been super helpful. So yeah, so Swifty boots, I go Bloodthirster, or no, I go Blood Razor first, and then right after that, I always go straight to Rage Blade. That usually ends up being my like where a lot of my strength comes from. So here I'm going down the Rumble, get him. I don't remember. Oh yeah, Leona's, man, she was just feisty. She wanted to get a lot of kills here. So here, so I get 2 here, and I'm like, I can do this. So I flash in for the Yi. He just like, he's stuck and he knows it. So I was able to get him, but he gets me with that bleed, man. That bleed, it's killer, absolutely killer. So, but yeah, so I ended up getting. Did Jinx get the kill? No, I think I got those kills. No, actually, I think Jinx got that last kill. So I was able to get the Rumble, able to get the Leona, and then basically I was the one who chased down and got the Yi. So that worked out well. But as you can see, just the ability to kite and dance around and wait for the gold card situation and just try and dodge, and then even with that Leona there. Let's see what else they're doing on the map here. But yeah, so that's the attack speed Twisted Fate. That's the beauty of the attack speed Twisted Fate. Just being able to just attack once they're stunned, and then kind of back off a little bit while you're waiting for the gold card to come back up, and then once it's back up, then you really go ham again, as you saw there in that last one. And so as I was saying before that fight started, you have your Blood Razor, and then you have your Rage Blade, and those two together are kind of like where a lot of your power comes from, because the Rage Blade will multiply your on-hit effects from your E as well as your Blood Razor. And so once I kind of have that combo, I basically try and stick to, with, every once in a while I'll switch out an item or two here. For the most part, I stick to the same build. So that's like my foundation, is the Blood Razor and the Rage Blade. And after that, as you'll see here, oh, do I go... Wow, actually, I think I go Bork here. Yeah, I switch out of my norm. Usually right after this, I'll go for the... and then Rumble just gets too close. I don't know what he's doing. And then Braum there gets the tag. I mean, that's just... I just love attack speed Twisted Fate, because it's just ridiculous. Like, Rumble couldn't do anything. I gold carded him and then just got him all the way down to like 10%, and then Braum got the tag, so he couldn't really go anywhere, and boom, he was dead. And here, I think I'm looking for Yi, because I think I saw Yi walk off in the bushes somewhere. Is he over here? Yeah, I think I find him. Yep, so I find him here. Yep. I mean, so what can you do? Like, I throw a gold card in his face, and he's stunned, and I just kill him. So this is why I love attack speed Twisted Fate so much. So we're taking... I mean, we're pretty predominantly ahead at this point. We have a lot of the map pressure. It's interesting looking at the gold. Oh, I'm proud of this right here. I was like, I know if she stuns me, and we were just kind of doing this dance. If she stuns me, I'm dead. But I had, had the gold card, just one or two. But then she went ham, thinking that I would. And so then I just get a gold card, and I just ult on her. And I'm like, I can kill her. Boom. I was proud of that, because a lot of times, I mean, do I get Rumble here? Because I think Rumble goes ham to try and get me. No, he backs off. He goes back to his base. But I was proud of that, because right there, it was kind of one of those, like, just having to be really, really cautious, because if she gets that stun off on me, if she Tibber stuns me, like, I'm toast. But we both were just kind of like doing that dance. But it worked out really well. So that was one of those, like, yep, kind of moments. Honestly, it comes through lots of experience and lots of fails. Just running in ham with my gold card. I can do this, And then getting totally blown up by some mage. So I was pretty proud of that one. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so at this point, we're doing pretty good. You can see the gold about 5,000 ahead. And so wave clear too. Wave clear with obviously kind of a wave clear with any sort of attack speed person is going to be pretty strong. But with me being able to get my red cards, which I usually save red cards for the back line, and then boom, 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 and I'm able to take things out pretty quick. So that's really helpful for me, even as the game pushes into the later mid into late game. That kind of stuff really, like, I try and prioritize. I don't know perfectly, but I try and prioritize that to really make sure that my gold, that I'm staying high with my gold, so I'm not just dropping off late game. Which honestly, late game attack speed TF is really, really strong anyway, so it's kind of hard to drop off late game. But here we go. My buddy was so perfect. I told him, I was like, hey, can you push her toward me? So he gets on the other side of her, cues her towards me just in range of my gold card. I was just like, justice. It's good. It's good. And so I'm torn here. I was like, because he's about to take tower, but then their team's there. And honestly, I shouldn't have hesitated. I think I flashed on him. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, what do you do with that? Like, you know, I'm so strong at this point. Like, you can't really do much. So I think, yeah, I ult in here because I'm like, I can do this. So I think I die here, but at least get Callista. I was like, I'll do that. I'll show you that. And Braum here gets away. I was like, no way with that health. My buddy here, I think, makes that too. Yeah, it's a good flash on his part. And then Jinx cleans up here. She does so well. She's also really strong at this point. Boom. She doesn't even need her GA. Just going ham. Yeah, that sustain that she has, the Bloodthirster. Here we go, watching Braum. Actually, I haven't played this in a while. But actually, I think I have this here on my channel. That's another fun, like, off-meta jungle that I do every once in a while. This is honestly, this is my bread and butter. Like, I always do attack speed Twisted Fate. To the point of maybe sometimes I shouldn't, but I always do it. But some of the other off-meta stuff that I'll do and have fun with is like I'll do Braum attack speed. So similar build to this, but just with Braum, and it is hilarious. You'll have to watch my other video, but it is so funny and it's surprisingly strong. Like, I remember the first time I saw someone do it, and I was like, nah. But then I tried it, and I tried it a couple times. I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is pretty OP. Anyways, another video for another day. So right here, yeah, we just got both their jungler as well as Leona, which is a lot of their lockdown. So we're like, we got this Baron. We just have to be really careful here, because we're taking damage from the Baron, but their team was like right there. But Roman gets a little too close, gets my gold card in the face. I have to be careful there because of Annie. She was about to, yeah. So then, get the procs off, Braum's procs off. And I just ult in. I'm like, Annie's mine. She's toast. And I mean, look at that damage. That's just insane. Like, I'm so big at this point. 15, 5, and 8. Like, I'm just popping off at this point. Yeah, so like I said, honestly, at this point on, it's so what, 32 minutes. At this point on, it's just like ridiculous how strong I am. This is, I mean, I'm both a little bit fed, but also what you're seeing is just the power of the attack speed. Twisted Fate late game. So I actually said to my buddy at this point, I was like, dude, I do so much damage. I like told him that over voice or whatever. Because it's just crazy. Like, you saw how quickly I burst down Annie right there. Like, it's just gnarly. And so here Leona's like walking up to me. I'm like, really? I was like, where are you going, Leona? Like, I can absolutely destroy you very easily. So there she is. So I'm like, what, girl, what are you doing? So she's clearly toast. She actually gets me surprisingly low for being, what, she's level 13, I'm level 18. She gets me surprisingly low. Don't be deceived. Leona can actually be a very strong champion. I have underestimated her many times. But either way, I'm able to get her there. Yeah, at this point, I mean, we have like 43 to 28. Like, it's just dumb. We have Baron, we have the two drags. At this point, we're just pushing in the game. It always feels good at this point when you're in a ranked game and this starts happening. You're at this point, you're just like, yes. Right here, yeah. Yeah, I mean, something I've learned too, just in team fights, oh man, I totally die right here. And he just goes straight for me. Like, she might have even flashed. No, she didn't have flash out. But she just walks straight towards me with Tibbers and just stuns me, puts me down. Man, those mages, those burst mages. Crazy. So I die there. But like I was saying, with team fights, like, I've learned to really hold my gold card and not just the first person that jumps in. But there's a lot of times in team fights you'll have someone like a LeBlanc, a Zed, a Yi, who their whole thing is at the right moment they try and dive you to get right in the middle of your team. And so I try and hold my gold card for those moments. So right there, like Yi, he jumped in to try and get Jinx because she was low, and Lux, I think. And so I just, as soon as he jumped in, gold card in the face, and he's done. So, and yeah, so that's the game. So that is the attack speed Twisted Fate. Super fun. That is like,